Hey there guys, and welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to the QPR career mode. It's episode 20, a bit of a milestone. Never done this many episodes on any kind of series on YouTube, so massive thank you for all the support to make this happen. Really appreciate it. Boys, I just want to start off by saying we absolutely smashed the like target for the financial takeover. Like, so 5 likes within the time I was recording it, and within about 6 hours we got like 6 or 7 already, so it's absolutely mad. I want to say massive thank you for that, massive support. So we are going to do a financial takeover. Now I have actually like used one and put it on there, and nothing's been added yet. So I'm fairly sure what you have to do is like go through a day and then it adds it. So obviously the day we're on at the moment is the Man City game, so it hasn't added it yet. So hopefully after this game we will find out if it has been added, and we can definitely hope so, and then we can make some big moves in this transfer window. But first of all, let's jump into this City game. I'll show you the starting lineup. Okay boys, here it is, our first game in the Premier League, and we are starting off with Smithies in goal, Robinson, Corker, Akpaguma and Furlong, Mings at CDM, Freeman and Luongo behind, Woodburn at Cam with Brereton and Silla up top. Hopefully this can be our first game in the Premier League and it can be our first 3 points. Let's go boys. Okay boys, here we are. It's nice that our first game in the Premier League is going to be at home, at Loftus Road, which is absolutely fantastic. Obviously in the Premier League we get all of these little animations and stuff. I want to be careful because I saw a lot of people when the game was first coming out getting caught out with like copyright issues or something, because apparently it looked so realistic, the players and what have you, and all this stuff. So a little bit skeptical about it, but you can see they've got Bravo in goal again and Fernandinho is the captain, so they've probably rested a few bigger players. Which is good news for us. Let's see if we can get 3 points to start off this season. Oh, it's a good early pass from Walker to Jesus. This doesn't look good early on. Not a great cross though. Can we keep it out? Just about. Well done, Robinson. Oh, but it goes to Roberto. Get rid of it, boys. Come on. It's a good effort from Robinson, but they keep hold of the ball. Jesus! Wow, that was close. Robinson in a bit of space. We're going to try and get this round here. Let's get it in there. Oh, it's a good block from Walker, but we do keep the ball. We're going to go back here to, I think it is Luongo. Mings. It's a good ball to Brereton. Let's find Furlong. Let's whip this across. Oh, I couldn't quite get it to the player on the edge. I think that would have been Woodburn. But we get it to Woodburn now. Brereton, first time. It's a good save. We've gone back to Walker again. Jesus now. Get it back to Gabriel. Oh, Smithies saves it onto the post. Massive save from Smithies. Oh, Roberto picked it up in our box. Oh, it's not the best pass, but Barreca now can cause us problems. Fernandinho. Oh, he's offside. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, the thing just took a while to change, and I thought he was offside. Oh, man, we go 1-0 down. That's so disappointing because it's been a pretty even game. But they've been really tough to break down, and our chances have been few and far between. So to go 1-0 down is a little bit worrying. I mean, and it's right on the stroke of half time. I feel like the whistle's going to go literally any second now. There it is. Oh man, okay. Something's going to have to change, I think. I'm starting the second half, same team. Haven't made any changes just because. Thinking about it and looking at the players, nobody was playing badly. We were just a little bit unlucky. So hopefully the same team this half can just get that finishing touch. Brereton, we find Woodburn. It's a good block, but it falls to address Silla. Oh, he hits the post. Oh, so close. Silla, back to Brereton. It's a good run from Silla. He's got the strength to beat off Denayer as well. Go on, take the strike. There it is. Idrissa Silla, making it 1-1, starting off this second season with a bang as well. He's been obviously threatened by me to maybe need offloading because of his age, but if he's going to score goals like that, we might have to keep him around. Fantastic finish. First goal, obviously, in the Premier League for us, and that is big. 1-1. Come on, boys. Got the ball over here. Gabriel Jesus tries to whip it in, but Corker with a good block. But we're making a couple of changes. Robinson has picked up an injury, so I've taken Robinson off, moved Mings to left back. Also taken off Woodburn, brought on Diaz at Cam, and then Borashuk to fill in at CDM. So hopefully those changes can help us for the positive. But we've got to keep this corner out first. Roberto with a strike, but Borashuk starting off well with a block. Goes through to Aguero. He takes the strike and he finds the back of the net. Oh, boys, that's frustrating. Really, really frustrating. I feel like we could have definitely earned a point here, but that's really upsetting. Just under 10 minutes left on the clock. We're going to have to make changes now. We're going to have to. We have no choice. We've literally only got one change to make, and it's going to have to be Washington coming on for Idrissa. The pace up top maybe can make a difference. We're going to go on to ultra attacking as well and see if the last 5-10 minutes we can come back into this. Diaz with a nice 1-2 with Connor Washington. Go on, Diaz, it's against your old club. And it's in the bottom corner from the centre. Great build-up play, and we get ourselves back into it. I think Bravo does get a touch here. But Diaz, fantastic play. Fantastic. Great 1-2. I think does get a knock off of Bravo's hand, but it wasn't enough. Diaz, the new signing, getting his first goal for us in his first game of the season against Manchester City, his old club. Washington to Diaz. Diaz passes it through to Washington this time. Surely not. Surely not. I stopped too much. No, I didn't. Connor Washington. What a finish. 3-2. And the young man gets us a goal to put us up 3-2 just before the end of the game. 89th minute. Fantastic pass through from Diaz. I slowed up here and I thought I slowed up too much. But what a finish. Bravo. Such a late reaction. And you know what? That there is a fantastic goal from Connor Washington. 3 goals, 3 different players, 2 of which were substitutes. Well done, boys. Drop it to balance. We've just got to hold on now. Oh, Freeman picks up a loose pass. Connor Washington. Great interception there. We're going to go down to Brereton. Oh, it's a good tackle. But that's the full-time whistle. There it is, boys. It's lucky, but it's 3 points. What a fantastic start to the season. I honestly would have probably taken a point against Man City. We did very, very well in the Community Cup, but it's got to be said, they're not fielding their best team. Is this something that we've maybe got to kind of anticipate now in this career mode? They're not going to put their best teams against us, but as long as we're getting the points, I don't mind too much. Have to say a massive well done to Diaz. Silla played really well while he was on as well, and Tyrone Mings adapted really well both at CDM and at left back. So well done to the team. Fantastic game, and actually Smithies with 2 big saves as well. So well done, boys. Fantastic game. Okay, just to show you guys, we are doing this as our training sessions for this episode again, unless anything changes. Also, thank you for the sort of idea in the or the pronunciation help, I should say, in the comment section. Dufresne is how we'll say it, as in the guy from Shawshank. So thank you again, Mike. Dufresne is what we shall call him, even if that's wrong. To me, now seeing it and hearing it, it definitely seems right. So that is what we'll go with. There's the training session. Like I said, probably going to stick with that the entire episode. I'll let you know if it changes. Okay, big news now. Look at that transfer budget, 44 million. That is mad. What we're going to do is we're going to bump those wages across to here, and I think we'll say like 35 with 200 grand wages. That should be more than enough. We have got some big signings to make. The long-term goal of increasing the club's worth. We had a little bit of help with the new board, the new chairman. I'm going to assume he probably was. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go over to our transfer hub and let's make some signings, boys. Right, let's have a look. Dragowski would be phenomenal. We're probably looking at about 13 or so million, but what we can do is we can offer Alex Smithies. Now, I'm a big fan of Alex Smithies in real life, and actually in this career mode he has done us quite a few good things. So what we're going to do though is we're going to offer, oh, that's fullbacks. Oh no, I did go on to keepers. He's worth 4 million. Oh, they now want a left winger. Okay. Who have we got on the left? Oh, we don't really want to get rid of any of them. Let's offer a transfer fee. Let's offer the 8, because obviously that's what his value is. Hopefully they don't get too angry at us offering 8. They want 10.9 plus a sell-on fee. I don't really like doing sell-on clauses. I know obviously this is I'm lowering everything. I'm asking for it to be cheaper and without a sell-on clause, but we're going to offer it 10 million. Okay, so 12 million. Let's see if they'll accept 11 million. 11 million they will accept. Okay, so that for now, we're going to put what we did last time, where we'll get the people that we're potentially going to sign on the little contract negotiation bits, and then we will make our decisions. So let's have a little look through. I keep going back to Keira. I think he's a fantastic option. I really do rate him highly. Great potential as well. And obviously we could offer someone like Corker, but we'll come back to that. I don't know if that's going to be a definite, but this is a guy I most definitely want to go in for, and I will just go, right, here's Steven Corker. What are you saying? Let's see what we can potentially work on here. Let's offer Steven Corker 6 million he's worth. Let's have a little look. What is Eddie Howe saying? They want a left back. I mean, I don't really want to get rid of Robinson. I'm not going to give you Mings back. I don't really want to get rid of Robinson. He's doing great, and I don't think they're going to want Bidwell, are they? Oh, they would take Bidwell for 14. Okay, let's counter. What if you took Bidwell and 10? Because actually that would be quite a good deal for us anyway. What would you say to that? 14.7. Pretty sure that went down by about 17 grand. What about 11? We'll just keep kind of teetering. 11.7. Come on, mate. 12. I don't really want to go above that. That's a bit more than I'm kind of wanting to go to anyway. 12. Okay, they can agree at 12. Okay, so we've got Dragowski and we've got Ake at the moment as potential signings. Nelson's a little bit low rated. We don't need many more wide players. We could maybe go in for, not Zinchenko, his wages are ridiculous for what he is. But maybe now we can reassess our attempt for someone like Cliver or for Morrison maybe. I mean, Morrison would be great. I'm also... oh, he's gone now. Damn, I was going to say I'm also going to see about Austin again, but he's gone. That sucks. See, I'd go for Wilson, but then we've possibly got three Bournemouth players in the club then. What do we say here? Do we go Morrison? Let's have a look and see what they're thinking now about a possible swap for Nori. Because we've had this discussion before, and they weren't. I don't think they wanted Nori, so we'll offer Nori. They want to bring in a centre back. See, we could then offer Corker, because if we then look to get in, wow, that's a really good deal. If we were then to get in Ake, I'm just going to lowball a little bit and see what they say. Wow, they accepted that. Holy. Okay. That's a big one to think about, boys. That is a big one to think about. We've got 3 potential signings here. I think we could actually financially now do all 3, which is kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. Okay, so... right, thinking about it. Dragowski, 11 million. And then Morrison and Ake. So Ake, I think, was another 11, or was it 12? And then Morrison was 500 grand. Plus Corker, though. That's the one thing we've got to bear in mind with that. And then Ake... was that just money? I've already forgot who we put in on that. Oh, no, it had Bidwell as well. And then Dragowski... oh, man, I forgot about Dragowski as well. I think that was just 11 million straight. Okay, so that's 22 million. Plus we lose Corker. Plus we lose Bidwell. I think we do it, boys. I think Dragowski, which has been obviously recommended a number of times by Epic Gamer, and I do other career modes and stuff as well, and I often test out some of the players you guys are recommending, and the guy's right. Dragowski does go up leaps and bounds. Within my first season, he was like 79, so we could get Dragowski up to like 80 rated very, very quickly and have a solid shot stopper in the team. So I think Dragowski's a go. I think we go for that. I think Ake will be a great pull in, and if we then get Ake, it means Morrison is a great shout to pull in for, and then that gives Ake the definite first team position. I think that's what we're going to do, boys. 2 great youth potentials, and then a nice, well, he's got great potential anyway as well, but also is a bit of a callback to some previous QPR days. Let's go in, let's get Dragowski. This is going to be massive. Smithies obviously then is going to be pushed to a substitute position, which we'll have to assess and see what he thinks about that. Let's see if he accepts important. He wants crucial. I can, yep, that's fair enough. Just thought again, I'd test the waters. Let's go for 4 years. Hopefully he accepts 4 years. He does. Nice. I'm happy with that. I don't want a release clause. Neither does he. Okay, so he wants 740 for clean sheets. That's fair enough, because actually I probably won't get that many. And 28 grand a week. Let's just edit that to like 26 maybe. See what he says. 27.5. Okay, I got it down. £500 a week. But that's fine. Dragowski is joining Queen's Park Rangers. A massive, massive signing. That's really, really good for us actually as well. Keeper is a position you could argue we did need to improve. But now we've got Nathan Ake. This is another signing. He's a personal favourite of mine in regards to general, like who he is as a player and all this stuff, like his play style. Absolutely phenomenal player. So we're going to offer him crucial, which he wanted anyway. So we'll accept that. Again, 4 years. Will you accept 4 years? He is happy to come to us for 4 years. I don't want a release clause. He wants a 26.4. What if I asked for a... What if I said 30? 30 million, because if we got £30 million for him... Okay, I guess I'm going to have to accept that, but that'll be a lot of profit for us anyway. Let's counter. Let's remove that bonus. Let's bump this one to $1 million. Let's see what you say about that, Nathan. 40 grand a week. I can deal with £40,000 a week. That there is our second signing this episode. Nathan Ake joins us as well. Now let's get the triple done. Let's get Ravel Morrison in. This is massive. Right, he's going to be on a crucial. No two ways about it. That's what he's hoping for. He wants 4 years. Guess what, pal? So do I. Doesn't want a release clause. That I am all about. Right, what's your contract saying? After 20 goals, 1.6. Let's edit that bonus down. Let's say like 1.2, because 1.6 is a lot of money. Signing on bonus is fine. And what about like 45? Just a little bit down, because this is quite expensive, mate. What are you saying? 46. He's gone. Oh, you know what? I want Ravel Morrison in the club. I'm doing it. I'm taking it. That is mad, boys. Ravel Morrison, Dragowski, and Nathan Ake in one fell swoop. Let's go and see what that does for the squad. Let's sort that team out now. So what it will probably end up being is Wheeler is not going to be on there, I'm afraid. We're going to put Morrison there. Dragowski would come into the team here. As you can see, Ake fits straight in anyway. If we're being brutally honest, Mings probably does go there unless Mings comes in at CDM, but that is something that we sort out at a slightly later date. Morrison would find himself right here behind our star strikers. Now, something to consider. Obviously, we do have Dufresne, who is slowly making his way up in the ratings as a fullback. So we do have Robinson, we have Jolek, who we use as a fullback at times. We've got Furlong, and we've got Tyrone Mings, all capable of playing in that defensive position. What I'm actually going to do there is put Woodburn on the bench, because he is our other option from the bench. But do we maybe need to look at, and I don't want to say it because he even did well in the last game, do we need to look at a replacement for Idrissa Silla? Now, I'm not saying that's a definite, but I'm saying it is a possibility. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do we need to potentially find a replacement for Idrissa Silla? Or one thing we could do is we could have a look at one of our other formations and see if that becomes like a starting formation. So actually what I'm going to do is we'll save that team sheet. That's absolutely fine. 4-1-2-1-2, narrow is my favoured formation. But for the sake of the career mode, wide players might be what we need to look at. So obviously I mentioned wings being a formation, but I would potentially go to something like a 4-3-3. Let's have a look here. 4-3-3 attack is probably what we would want. So we'd have Brereton there. Woodburn would go out to this side here. Freeman would sit at centre mid there. Then we'd have to get ourselves a right winger. For now, I'm going to put in... it will probably be Diaz. Where's Diaz disappeared off to? Where's Diaz gone? Am I being really blind here? Oh, there he is, Diaz. So the team would probably look a little something like this. Oh, Georgian's back. Why have I not been playing Georgian? Answers on a postcard. Why was I not playing Georgian? Am I being really stupid? Probably. But the team would probably end up looking a little something like this. Just so we've got, you know, some great options potentially from the bench. Obviously, this is if Nori goes. So we've got Washington or Silla as options coming on from the bench. We'd have Mings sitting there. Probably actually put Nori on the bench and doing it that way. But that there would probably be a good option as well. But we'd have to maybe look at getting a right wing. I know Diaz can play there and has actually been playing very, very well for us. But we'd probably want someone a little bit higher rated, and Diaz will work his way through the ranks in this midfield trio. So let me know your thoughts on that. That's just, again, that's just a possibility. That's probably not quite what we're going to do in our next game, as I'm pretty sure it's away, but we are against Arsenal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip a few days forward, maybe have a look at a few players before I do that, but I'll let you know anyway, regardless of what happens. Boys, I have had another idea, just as a little idea. What we could do is maybe get a big scout. So we've got here like a 5-4. That's something we could look at. Or we could wait for a 5-5, or maybe we do just get this 5-4. It would only be 2.5 million, and it would mean that the youth players we potentially start bringing through are just that little bit better, a little bit more consistent, because at the moment our youth setup has only got, I think, 2 players in it, one of which is the guy we scouted as a future star. So, you know, and the only other guy is this guy, who has got decent enough potential up to 87, but if he does drop down a bit too much, he's not going to go for very much. He's only 48 rated, we haven't trained him that much anyway, but I mean, it's just an option, it's just a thought. This Dufresne guy obviously is going to be ridiculously good for us, looking at least 80, which is fantastic. So hopefully we can get him up to like the high 60s, low 70s within I don't know, a fair few months, and then we can potentially look to bring him into the squad as a rotation player. But that was just a little thought I had as well. So maybe I look at a few players, maybe we don't sign anyone else this this episode, but let me know what you think about whether we should look at one more big marquee signing, or do we set up and improve on our youth system. So 2 emails have come in. The loan deal has been broken down for David Wheeler going to Wigan, which does kind of suck, but MK Don's coming in for Alex Baptiste, £430,000 I'm absolutely fine with that. Obviously we did transfer list him, so if he goes, it's just a player that we're not using. Okay, so we have had an offer come in for a loan deal for Shodipo. Now, that's a tricky one, because Shodipo is someone we've used and we do like, but is he going to play that much in this season in the Premier League? What I'm going to do is I'm going to accept it. Obviously, it doesn't necessarily mean it will go through, but I am going to accept that as a loan deal, because I don't think Shodipo is going to play all that much for us. And I think otherwise he'll just get frustrated, and you never know, he could get himself up to about 70 rated, which would mean he'll be a great rotation player for us in the future, and if we need him, we can always recall him. Okay boys, I'm feeling really, really good about this. Away to Arsenal, but we have started with Dragowski making his debut, Robinson, Ake making his debut, Akpaguma, Georgian, Mings at CDM, Freeman, Luongo, Morrison with his debut, and Brereton and Idrissa Silla up top. I'm feeling good boys. Hopefully our new signings can help us get 3 more points in the Premier League. Okay boys, it's our second game in the Premier League. It's another big game, a big team at the Emirates. We are of course away to Arsenal. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a good game hopefully though, and with our new signings hopefully we can cause another upset. These guys are looking to field a bit more of a first team than Man City did. Maybe these guys saw the lucky game that we did manage to pull off, and they are not messing around. Let's find out. Oh, it's a nice switch from the Arsenal man, and it's kept in by Asamoah. It's a great cross in. Mings doing really, really well. Oh, but he loses out to Saliba, and that is 1-0. 1-0 to Arsenal. Poor defence from me. It's the usual. I pressed X instead of square, and it's my own fault. I should just clear it instead of trying to pass it out of the box. But Saliba, not entirely sure who that is. I don't know if it's somebody I should know or recognise, but gets himself a goal. Fantastic cross here. But Mings just tapping it away, and I should have just booted it with Robinson. Instead, I've tried to pass it out. But we're 1-0 down. Oh, come on, boys. We didn't start too badly. Luke Freeman on the ball. Can he find a pass to Brereton? He does. It's a good ball. Turns. We're going to go back to Freeman here. It's on his right foot, but we didn't quite get the shot off. Silla. It's a great overlap from Ravel Morrison. Can he try and get the goal back? It's a decent effort, but Czech had that all day long, I think. Tristan Silla to Morrison. We're going to go back to Silla. Can he keep hold of it? Pass to Brereton. Freeman overlaps. We get the pass to Freeman first time. Oh, it's just wide. Really good pass and play. And that would have been a fantastic goal to have scored. But it does just go wide. It's a decent effort. Oh, it really is whiskers wide, isn't it? Unlucky. Ravel Morrison. Oh, that was... Oh, I think I was just playing the ball there to Brereton. I think we maybe would have had a chance. But the ref blows the whistle for half-time. It's unlucky there for us. I think we did play really, really well that half. As you can see, they didn't have a shot on target. And yet, we're 1-0 down. But I am fairly positive that we can get ourselves back into this. Idrissa Silla hasn't been bad. I just feel like he's kind of been missing something. Something's not quite been right there. But somebody who's been doing really well for himself is Diaz. So we're going to bring Diaz on at striker. Morrison will give a bit more time. I think at some point as well we might push Mings out wide and have another player in the middle with a bit of pace about him. But Diaz for now the only change on for Silla. I'm feeling good though. We haven't played badly. Diaz with a great tackle early on. Can he make something for himself? Pulls it onto his right. Oh, what a start that would have been for the young man. He literally made a fantastic tackle straight off their centre, picked the ball up, and you know what? That there would have been picture perfect. Oh, they've got Wilshere running through the middle here. He's quite open. 1-2 with Alexis Sanchez, and he finds the bottom corner. Dragowski getting beaten at his near post there. Oh, that's unlucky. That's their first chance of the second half, and they're just clinical. That's the problem. We haven't been clinical enough. Great saves from Czech and some unlucky misses as well. Puts us 2-0 down. That sucks. That's a real kick in the teeth to counter-attack. We're on attacking, and we have to be because otherwise we won't get back into the game. But Dragowski getting beaten at his near post there. Just as we make changes as well, I decided that we needed to be more attacking, so I took Mings off. I brought on Connor Washington, and we're playing a 4-2-3-1 with 3 cams. So we'll have to wait and see if we can still maybe get back into it with the change of formation. Brereton with a nice pass to Washington, who can maybe burst through. Can he get as a consolation here? Oh, great save from Petr Cech there. In the Championship, those are the kind of goals we get all season. But can we get ourselves anything? Brereton with the header goes to Cech. I imagine that's probably going to be the last chance. It is the last chance of the game. That is disappointing and a bit of a crash down to earth. A bit of a realisation there that maybe this isn't going to be as plain sailing as we anticipated. But to be fair, we made mistakes. Oh, I recognise Saliba now. We made mistakes and we were punished for it. Arsenal with 1 shot on target, getting themselves 2 goals. Some positives though. Morrison felt good. Morrison did start to play quite well. Ake, I think, actually had quite a good game. Getting in some good blocks and some good crucial tackles. But overall, it was a bit of a lacklustre performance. Dragowski letting himself down with 2 goals, but we'll have to jump back and talk about what the plans are. Okay, just to let you know that Baptiste has sold, and Shodipo is talking about his role at the club, so actually the loan deal might be a good move for him. But boys, that is where we're going to end off the episode. I'll just do this training session in the background while we do the little outro. I just want to ask you guys, as I mentioned before, do we set up a better youth system with a better youth scout, or do we look at maybe one last marquee signing? Somebody that I may be thinking of might be Matty Phillips. I think he might be a good shout for us, give us some options out wide with some potential changes to formation. Or do you think maybe we need another midfielder? Do we need to offload more? I don't know. Another striker? Entirely up to you guys. You need to let me know in that comment section below. But for now, boys, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. And of course, look after yourselves. See you later, boys.